Hello everybody, my name's Llama Joe and welcome to my channel. We are back with Vampyr. Alright, still gotta find Dorothy. Ooh, what's this? Blood written black diary. They observe me. I can feel their eyes on me each time I walk nearby the temporary morgue. Are they observing the dead? Well, after all, am I not a corpse myself? Maybe I should hide in the shadows, run like a rat, or fly like a bat when I roam for the oh, I know who this is. Necessary for my rejuvenation? No. I may be a creature of the night, but I won't sneak like a rodent.
Giant morgue disguised as a hospital.
Alright. About the use of garlic and wooden stakes. Dear brothers, I must now draw your attention to a very important point. The use of garlic as a protection against vampires. Let's be crystal clear on the subject. Garlic will never protect you against those creatures. No matter how fresh, how strong, and how smelly, garlic is totally useless as a defense. I can never say enough how damaging that novel of Bram Stoker has been. Yes, of course, population of Slavic countries place garlic clothes in coffins. Yes, of course, inhabitants of Santorini Island hang garlic on their windows. There would be so much to write about this place, and someday soon I hope to go back to this island to further explore its occult tradition. But that is not to protect the living from the devil, it is to tell the dead that they are aware of their malevolence. It is a symbol, nothing more, nothing less, so please, by all means, yes, wear garlic, show garlic, hang garlic, and tell the shadows that— wait, what? Okay, it's contradicting the thing you just said, but that's fine. But if you're looking for supernatural protection, you will have to search much deeper into the forgotten secrets of the occult tradition. But here's the truth, my fellow brothers. Garlic does not repel vampire, but all the fresh plants will hurt them. It is as if their body could not stand the presence of botanical elements. I have seen an enraged vulp flee and whacked with a rose. Yes, a simple rose. I have witnessed a violent econ fall down and beg for mercy when struck by a wooden stake. I don't know why it is so effective, and I would give my left arm to find the answer to that mystery, but the truth remains nevertheless. Vampires are very sensitive to fresh herbs, plants, and wood. From Facing the Shadows, How and Why by Usher Daltrey, Primate of St. Paul. Alright, cool. Nice. Fire and Sun. Okay. Alright, where are ya? Crane. And why are you hard to find? Quite frankly, shouldn't be this difficult of a task. And yep, I can't seem to find you, so I do wonder. No. Yep. Thank you. Wait. Did I just see? I still need to talk to Sean Hampton. I also want some questions answered. Dear Dr. Swansea, I'll be glad to manage the temporary morgue as soon as it's opened. As I've already told you, I was a doctor during the war, and I will be glad to serve my country again. I know it is not the same being a physician for the dead as it is for the living, but I believe it is important to welcome and take good care of our departed too. Rest assured, I will do my best to fully perform this new duty to the best of my ability. Concerning the question of my qualifications, I'm sorry I can't give you anything more valuable than my parole. I swear to you that my regiment made me a doctor during the war and that I saved many lives. If my word is not enough, you can contact the military administration to verify my experience and skills. They will confirm that even if I never followed any medical studies, the war taught me what a doctor really needs to know. Okay. Nice. Good to know. Subboy.
Do you need something, Jonathan?
I do, actually. Oh, okay.
I have met Lady Ashbury.
She's a fascinating woman, wouldn't you agree?
Is she the true reason you recruited me? To work on her condition and addiction for blood. A part of me is thinking I've been played.
Lady Ashbury is a cherished friend of mine. I would not betray her secrets without her consent. Come to the rescue of a damsel in distress. I ask nothing more.
Fair enough.
The matter of Lady Ashbury's blackmailer.
Oh, I know too much about this matter already. I'm confident in trusting the interests and reputation of both the hospital and Our Lady into your able hands.
Alright, thanks for the help.
I have just a few questions.
He's got more than a few
Then
questions.
ask away. I'm at your service, Doctor.
He's got a lot more than a few questions.
Since you seem quite the expert on vampires, what could you tell me about my condition and how it came about?
As men of science, our first step is always to start with what we know. Forget the myths, the hackneyed scrawlings, and the penny dreadfuls. They do not scratch the surface of the truth you now find yourself in.
The sun. The morning following my transformation.
I mean, I think we read an article that says it won't kill you,
There was pain, smoke, and
but,
my
like,
skin
you'll come
blackened.
back the next
You will
night.
find there is very little that can kill a vampire, my friend. You have been offered relative immortality. The sun will most certainly hurt you, leaving you weakened and damaged, but it will not destroy you.
That's what I thought.
Must I take a life to live?
You are a vampire. You feed, and blood is the sole sustenance that can sustain your immortal frame. And only a living creature contains the nourishment you require.
Alright. About the
Since I'm the
hospital.
one working for you.
Let's get all these
What
questions
should
out of the
I
way.
know about Pembroke Hospital?
Well, for many years, we have been the only medical facility in this part of town that people can rely on. We support the community here, as well as provide health care.
Okay.
Where do we stand today?
But to be honest, we cope on a day-to-day basis. The first wave of the Spanish flu last summer took us by surprise. We lack many of the basic necessities needed.
What do you expect of me?
What we need is hope. You were a soldier. This is a war. This white coat's still a uniform. We fight to help the poor, the sick of the East End, the forgotten.
Okay.
The man
And
we
last
pursued
section.
in the canning factory.
And then we'll start actually playing
William
the game,
Bishop,
trying to
I believe.
find
Was he a
old
vampire?
Crane.
He was a Skal, technically speaking. The debate rages as to their classification. Some think them a subspecies of vampire, others something else.
Yeah,
Just
how is
for
this spell different?
clarity, what differences are there between myself and a Skal?
A Skal is easier to eliminate, Jonathan, even if they remain formidable foes for the unprepared. Vampires... Now, vampires exist beyond the mortal realm.
Okay. Okay.
How do Skals come into existence?
The name means slave. The etymology may indicate that they are a lesser species of vampire. From what I know, vampires tend to despise them.
So yeah, like, how do you become a Skull, though? That's what I want to know.
We'll see each other again soon, Edgar.
It's like, how am I different? Like, how did I get shows? Like, is it if you are a lesser subspecies of a vampire that then turns someone into a vampire, you become a Skull? You're not like an econ like me? Because I'm assuming I'm an econ. I'm willing to bet that that is the case. Whoa. Oh, no. I got excited. Milton. No. I want to talk to all these doctors and patients, too. Find out what I can about them. But I feel bad. I feel like almost all my recordings has been talking to people. Like, there hasn't been a lot of killing. There's so much to do in this game, which is, you know, fantastic. Like, that is not even remotely a complaint about the game. Now, I know this was closed off before, but okay. Alright, figured I'd check. Now, where's this woman? I need to find her. Pippa, you know, I'm tired of seeing you. No offense. Alright. I mean, we'll talk.
Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate.
I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife.
Okay.
I hope that might help.
You saw nothing.
It's locked.
I saw that, boy.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
Well, we'll do that. Not that anyone is helped at all.
In the hospital. Pardon me, sir, but I have no idea what you're talking about.
Life in London, yeah.
Tell me the truth about your appointment as a medic during the war, Rakesh.
The regiment administration appointed me by mistake. I had to learn the job on the spot, sir. Very hard, sir, but I rose to the challenge.
Okay. Yummy. Although I don't actually want to kill Rakesh. I actually really like Rakesh.
Do you realize
he seems
how
like a
many
pretty
soldiers
chill
died
dude.
because of that decision? You should have refused.
Yes, sir, I swear I did, sir. But no one listened. When the first wounded arrived, I had to do what I could.
It is an unbelievable story, Mr. Chidana.
It was a time beyond belief, Dr. Reed. But I'm happy not to deal with the wounded. I prefer caring for the dead now.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
You can't impersonate a doctor. You can't improvise a medical education. People could die at your hands.
You're absolutely right, sir. But as a field surgeon, it was more like being a butcher.
Do you believe you have really helped these people?
My ratings were within the averages of the regiment. I saved lives, Dr. Reed. Does that not say enough about triage and war surgery?
He's got you there, pal. Alright. So we still have one more hint there.
Goodbye, Mr. Chidana.
Alright, see ya, bud. Now I see these bodies over here. How do I get to them? Who are you? Ah, I haven't talked to this guy before.
Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Yeah.
And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
Personal questions. Heh.
Tell me, Thoreau, what's the real cause of your dislike for Dr. Ackroyd?
He refuses to admit that your blood transfusion technique is the only way to save Mr. Fiddick. I'm convinced we must use it.
Oh yeah, I need to talk to
Dr.
him too, because
Ackroyd
I got some
really
stuff on that
says
guy as well.
You lack the skill to perform this
I just want
operation
hints on
efficiently.
everyone. I want to know everything about
Is there
everybody.
Anything you have to say about this?
It's a false conceit. Dr. Ackroyd secretly envies your reputation. His jealousy blinds him. I'm not the real target here.
I didn't believe that you were. Man, everything's hidden with you. I
Have you
mean,
heard any talk? of
sure, I'll
blackmail
do that, I
in
guess.
the Hospital.
You never
For some
know.
official inquiry, you had better question the patients. They know more than the staff, especially old Miss Jones.
I already talked to her.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed.
Okay.
I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me.
I'm gonna find more about other people.
I am honored.
Give me some info.
To work by your side.
Give me the dirty. Oh, I'll be
It's
glad to
always a
help you.
pleasure to share
Yeah,
scientific and
yeah.
medical knowledge with someone eager to learn. I'll be glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be
Tell
the
me something I
century's
need.
most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
All
I
right.
based my technique
Well, that was
on
useless.
my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories at first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical,
Yeah, thanks.
you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
I mean, yeah. You're looking tasty.
What can you
You're
tell me
looking
about
real
the pen-
tasty.
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
Okay.
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude.
This guy's an open book when it comes to
I'm convinced
loving on
that
me.
This epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True, true. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Yeah.
Do you need help with anything?
People be dying left and right.
Yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh,
no,
no.
Dr. Reed.
Don't.
But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by.
That sounds fun.
if I have time.
Hooray. Okay. What? Yeah, here we go.
Tell me more about your willingness to
He gave me a hint about
experiment with
himself.
new
That was
medical
easy.
techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple
Oh, yes,
him
well, give
if
me
not
stuff about
treated
Harvey.
correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him? Or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
Yes.
Tell me, Mr. Fiddick.
Yes.
Our first diagnosis was
Tell me
compromised
more
because
about
Mr.
Fiddick.
lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father. Ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
Thank
This
you.
personal involvement could also appear to be a lack of impartiality. You must know that a good surgeon must remain neutral.
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Aykroyd's behavior. A man who
Ooh,
did
I'm
not
giving him
even
another
take time
hint.
to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings with desires, hopes, and fears. Not some biological machine comprised of blood, bones, and flesh.
Fair enough. You're smart. All right.
Goodbye,
Goodbye.
Dr. Strickland.
Nah. You know, screw it. We'll just use this episode as another just talk to everybody. And the more people I get to know... Sure, Harvey Fiddick. We'll talk to you. I'm assuming
Good
you're
evening, sir.
Aykroyd.
I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed, yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd.
Yep.
Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Aykroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swansea's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Have
Interesting.
you heard about any blackmail going on in
I'll eat you real good.
Blackmail?
You'll be real good to eat.
Tell me, Waverly, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure, but my young colleague obviously disagrees.
Yeah,
Why do you
don't look
wish
that
to
old.
lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
Other people
Sure.
may say that's too conservative a point of view.
Conservative? And what are you going to say to Mr. Fiddick if he loses his arm because of the operation? Because that's what's going to happen if the surgery is a failure.
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blinding you?
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
I'd say the one bad thing I've seen about this game, one thing so far, is
If you have a problem with me, Doctor,
it's people's
please
facial
feel
features. They
free
have
to
no
tell me.
emotion.
Dr.
Like-
Swansea has imposed
like,
your presence on this hospital.
His
without
face
asking
is
anyone
always the
advice.
same whenever he talks. His
The
face is
benefit
like
of
every
this
character. If they have one emotion, no matter
I know
what
we've
they say,
never
that's
met
their
before,
emotion the entire time.
But I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
There is no need for such animosity.
I'm gonna eat him good.
Don't you think the
I've already
epidemic
made
is
up my
already
mind.
enough
I
to
don't
kill?
like
That
Aykroyd.
is
He's a
one
douche.
point we could agree on. And that is precisely why I want to be sure that you will be of help to this hospital instead of a burden.
Since your
Okay,
tenure in
but
this
you-
hospital is longer than mine, perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who
Getting
trust
some
us
dirty
are
on
not volunteering for
Swansea.
experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
Alright. Sweet.
I
Alright.
don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Aykroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
This
Sure.
is ridiculous. My blood transfusion technique saved many lives, and you know it.
You see? That is exactly what I hate about people like you. You avoid this kind of accusation instead of facing reality.
Yeah, well, you're an asshole, so...
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter.
You're
of
looking
scientific
tastier
progress.
every time you speak.
War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Aykroyd. Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Now.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Helen.
Let's talk to you, bud. I got a couple things
I'm
on
Dr.
you.
Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick.
Yep.
All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Let's
Have
see
you
if he
heard
knows
talk of
anything
any
about blackmail.
here at the hospital.
No, nothing.
Oh, I could kill you. I'm not going to, though. You got a family. Man, I got a lot of stuff about that.
Are you
Alright.
satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you
Yeah?
about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable. And your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies. Tell me
Okay.
about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
Yeah, what happened to your arm?
Carpenter. And a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there.
Yeah.
Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
Oh, okay. Personal questions.
You seem worried
Yeah.
about the safety of your family. And it's obviously the reason why your wound troubles you so much.
I cannot give up on my children now. They both need me living.
You're
What
right.
about their mother, if I may ask?
She died in 1915 during one of the first Zeppelin raids. We never found her body.
Oh. Dude, man, you look so scrumdiddlyumptious.
Tell me
But
more about the death of your wife, Harvey.
1915.
you got a family. I ain't gonna kill you. I ain't gonna kill you, bud.
Building workshops for the Royal Flying Corps. Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
Plus, the longer I
Germans
keep him
sent
alive, the
everything
more I
to
can get
the
stuff out of
construction
Aykroyd
site,
and
but they missed their target.
get hints and make them tastier by the second.
My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
Oh, well, that's sad.
I'm sorry for your loss. So many died during the bombings. I served in France and witnessed the carnage there.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. Truth is, I have no idea. I just know that I'm all that me kids have. Poor little bleeders.
How are your children after losing their mother?
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Helen didn't bring them with her that night.
Yeah, for real.
Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why
Yeah.
do you feel
what
so guilty
really
about it?
happened?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
How could your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
Gotcha.
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick. Unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat, Doctor.
You are right. So I'm clearly missing something about that.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
I will not let you down, my boy.
I believe you won't. Alright. Thank you. Seriously, where the hell is she? Oh. Is there some shillings in here? Nope, screws and a lead stick. I cannot find this woman for the life of me. Melton. Pippa. You in here, where the dead body is, maybe? Oh, Nurse Crane. See, it's really suspicious that I can't find her. Alright, we'll start talking to this guy.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Till I can find her, I mean...
Oh, sir, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
Fair enough. Yeah, tell me some more about
Do you know
Tom.
Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle.
I like Tom, though.
I met him before I found you in the
He
canning
lives.
factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise?
Tell me more.
The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
Okay.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
Why did he abduct you?
Because he wanted to
William
eat you,
was an
boy.
alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man.
Probably a little
trying
bit
to
of
help
both.
His friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
Yeah. Alright.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the Dockers Trade Union.
The Wet Boot Boys! I love the Wet Boot Boys!
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Booth Digby.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Oh, I didn't realize all
I've had
Clay.
the for so long, you know.
All Clay that I
Sad
killed
saint
was the
to be
leader of the
dead.
Wet Boot
No one dares
Boys.
to bug a saint, not even criminals.
Okay. Yeah, we'll finish talking to him and then on to the recording.
Mr. Hampton. I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks, and I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Okay.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Oh, little do you know.
Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness.
Oh, dang.
I feel
So he actually drank your blood.
empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll
so
take the
are
best
you.
care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
All
Have
right.
you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks.
Ooh.
That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke. Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
All right.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
Poor Harriet. Now, I gotta find old Miss Crane. But, alright. We'll end it here, though. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. And I'll do the best I can to make it right. I'm Llama Joe, and I'll catch you guys later.